Hi everyone, welcome to MarikaCreations. Today I will share with you some wooden frame makeovers. I have done part 1 in this mini series, a lot of frames in the last video. If you're interested, I will leave a link down in the description box for you. So 4 wooden frame makeovers today, so let's get started. For my first frame makeover today, I will transform this beautiful wooden mirror. I love the frame, but it looks a bit new to me, so I will do something about that. I take off the backing and remove the mirror for now. I will get back to that later, and I will age that mirror and make it beautiful. But I will start with the frame, and I give it 2 coats of my medium light grayish color, and it has a satin finish. And I will paint both back and front to have it neatly done, nice finish. And once these 2 coats have dried completely, it's time to age this frame a little bit. It looks good already. Now I'm taking my black acrylic paint, diluted in some water. I will put that paint in all the nooks and crannies of this frame and wipe off the excess with a rag. This video is part of the What Would You Make challenge hosted by Rustic and Lace DIY and Divine Designs, and their special guest host for this month is Farmhouse Frugally. I have links to the channels down in my description box, as well as a playlist to this challenge, so go and check all that out after this video. Now I will use some more acrylic paint. I have some gold, black, green and blue, and I will start dabbing it on with a sponge, and then I will take a big paintbrush and blend the colors like you see me do here, and I will go over the whole frame and on the edges as well. I will do it in layers, so I will put on this coat first, dry it, and then continue dabbing and blending until I'm happy with the result. I choose to go a little bit towards green, but of course you can do any color of your choice. Last week I made a beautiful frame with the green, gold, black and some brown instead of that blue, and it got a nice sort of wooden finish. And here I'm on to the last touches, and once that has dried completely, I go over the whole piece with a dry brush and some golden acrylic paint, and that will make the texture pop beautiful already. And the last thing I will do with the frame is to seal the colors with my satin finished varnish. Now it's time to focus on the mirror, and I will show you 2 versions. I didn't like the first one, so I changed it out, and it's so easy when you work with a mirror. I started off by cleaning it properly, and then I wanted to put this stencil on, so I figured why not start with that. When you want to age a mirror, you can always go with a paint stripper and some bleach on the back of the mirror. but I wanted it to be changeable, not permanent. So here I'm going, dabbing some gold and some black onto this stencil here. And then I figured, how do I seal this from not smudging in my next step? First thing, of course, is to leave it to dry completely. But then I decided to go over it with my varnish. It turned it a bit cloudy, but I'm not going to use it to reflect my image in it, so it's just for decorative purposes, so I thought it was okay. Now I take some water in a spray bottle and some black spray paint, and I'm just spraying the water and then spraying on that paint a little bit at a time, dabbing around, and then I continue the process, drying in between until I'm happy with the result. But here I thought it was too heavy, too dark, and I tried to just rub off a little bit, but I was not happy with this. So I decided to clean that mirror and start all over again. But I wanted to show you the process anyways. Now it's turning very ugly. So I will take just a razor blade and scrape off everything I've done, and it's so easy, like a couple of seconds. And then I will clean it off again with some alcohol, and I will start all over again. And this time I will start with the water and the black spray paint, working in layers to not overdo it. Looking good like that, I think. Spraying water, spraying the black paint, dabbing and drying. And then it's time for my stencil. The other layers have dried completely, and I'm using black and golden acrylic here. Not too heavy, I just want a subtle texture. Once dried, I will put it back in the frame, and at the end of the video I will show you how it all turned out. And look at that, beautiful. I am so happy how it turned out. If you're new to my channel, hi, I am Marika, and on this channel I do lots of DIYs, thrift flips, trash to treasure, renovation of my home, and I even do some pottery and some painting, anything creative really. Please join me, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and let me inspire you. For my second frame makeover, I will use 2 smaller wooden frames. So I just take the glass and the backing off the bigger frame, because I will not use that, I will just use the frame. Like that. And the smaller one, I will use the glass. I will put that aside for now, and the backing as well. And I will put them like you see here, and I will have some MDF holding them together. So I will start out with the glass from the bigger frame and just trace it so I know the size, and then I will take the smaller glass and have the inner frame like that, and I will go and cut it out with my jigsaw. So I'll cut the outer frame, and in order to cut the inner frame I will drill holes in each of the corners, as you see me do here, so it can fit that jigsaw blade. So I need a drill bit big enough for that. I cut that out as well, and here it is. I have sanded it off, and I have to make sure that the glass can fit right through it, and it does, perfect, and it fits this frame as well. So now I'm taking some wood glue and put onto that bigger frame, and I will put the MDF piece in place, and then I will put some wood glue onto that smaller frame, and I will place it upside down here, and then I will put something heavy on top and let it sit for quite a bit. I left it overnight. And here we are the next day. It looks good, I think, and it's ready for painting. And I will use my go-to color, my medium light grayish color with a satin finish, and I applied 2 coats. The 2 coats have dried. It looks very good. And now I will take some gold acrylic and a big paintbrush and dry brush the frame. Just to have a little bit of something. And then I go in the crevices a little bit with some black acrylic as well, just to age it a little bit. And you want that vintage look. Wipe off the excess with a rag. And once I'm happy with the result and it has all dried, I will go in with my varnish, as I do, to protect the colors. And it has a satin finish, my varnish. For my third frame makeover, I will take this wooden frame right here. I will take off the backing and the glass. And I will give you 2 options here. And the first one is to cover the frame with a beautiful fabric. And I do that with some home glue spray. Just attach that fabric and I just iron it out and cut it to size and fold it around the frame. And I'm using some tacky glue as well here. And I put tiny clamps on the frame to hold the fabric in place until it had dried completely. But look at this, it discolored, and I know why. I put it on a raw wooden frame. Maybe I could have hidden it, but I decided to just rip that fabric off, and it was quite easy. So it didn't work out, but it could have. In hindsight, I would have painted the frame first just with a base coat, and then put the fabric in place to avoid that discoloration. So now I am painting my frame with my medium light grayish color, as I do, and I applied 2 coats. And here I decided to go a completely different route, and I will attach some lace ribbon onto the frame, on the front of the frame. I cut the ribbon in a 45-degree angle, sort of, so it will look good in the corners. Put some tacky glue onto the frame and just press down my ribbon, cut it off in an angle in every corner, like you see me do here. And then once I'm done, I will set it aside to dry for a bit. And once completely dry, I will go over the piece with another coat, actually 2 more coats on the lace to get a really nice finish with the same grayish color. And this is just a base coat. I will take it a step further, and here I am with the same colors as I used in my first project today. Why not? I have black, gold, blue and green, dabbing them on with a sponge, blending with a big paintbrush, and I keep on dabbing until I'm happy with the result. Drying in between with my hairdryer, keep on dabbing. And as a last step, I am dry brushing the frame to get that texture to pop with the gold acrylic paint. My frame looks good, but I decided to put on some metal hardware in the flower shape. Should I have one in each corner? I had 4 of them. But I decided to put them in one corner particularly because I was not happy with that corner where the lace pieces meet. So I decided to put them on like that, sort of. And I will attach them with some strong adhesive. Dot off that adhesive and just press the piece into place, because hot glue is not compatible with metal, as you might know already. And once dry, I go over the whole piece with my satin finish varnish to protect the colors. For my 4th and final frame makeover, I will use this cute little MDF shadow box. Take off the backing to start with, and then I will spray my frame with my home glue spray to get a more tacky surface, something for the paint to adhere to, because the surface is quite glossy as is. Just set it aside to dry for a little bit. And now I'm taking a flower stencil with some cherry blossoms and some spackle and cover the whole frame with these flowers. No rhyme or reason really, just a flower here and a flower there. I will make a spring flower frame here, a little display. So I have the inside, the outside, the front, everything covered with my cherry blossoms. And then I will set it aside to dry overnight. I have sanded it off here already, so I have no sharp edges from the spackling. And now it's time to paint the frame. And I do that with my light grayish color this time, a lot lighter than the one I used for my other projects today. And I will give it 2 coats to get a really nice finish. And the backing, while the frame is drying, I will just put on some of that beautiful fabric that I didn't use for the other frame. I had a little bit left over, so some glue spray and just press it into place and cut off the excess. And now, inspired by that fabric, I will paint my flowers with the same color scheme as that backing. I have some green, some gray, and some orange peach color. If you like this video and videos like this, consider subscribing, maybe share with a friend and hit that like button as well. It will help my channel to grow and I can spend more time creating inspirational content for you. My aim is to upload 1 video per week. One coat of my satin finish varnish to protect the colors all over the piece, set it aside to dry, and then I will start with my display. And I have a ceramic sun that I will use, this one right here, and I will put several coats of my gold acrylic onto it, drying in between, and then I will go in with my black acrylic in the nooks and crannies as well to age it a little bit. And as soon as dried, I will put it in my display and you will see in just a moment how it all turned out. And here is the reveal. First out, my beautiful mirror. Love the colors and love how that mirror turned out as well with that stencil. Just what I was looking for. And here are 2 of the other frames, the one with the 2 frames put together, looking good, I think, more substantial now. And the green one with the metal bits there, I thought they were too shiny, so I dotted on the same colors as the frame. And here is my spring frame. So cute, adorable with that hedgehog and the sun. Love it. So tell me, what do you think of my creations today, my makeovers? Did you have a favorite? Let me know in the comments. If you are inspired and you want more inspiration straight away, head on over to my description box and hit that link to the playlist of this challenge. So many wooden decor ideas over there. Thank you so very much for watching. See you soon again in my next one. Until then, take care. Bye.